All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow, 40, talking about it. Girl, 15. Slam. Hatchet. Yellow. Charlie. 3, Mike 3. Combo. Right side.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow. Hey. Switch. Check 52. Check 57 color. Shoot.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yellow. Bring it. Watch the twist. Watch that. Hey, 57 color. Check 13.
Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Check. Lucky. Hey, 15. Mike 3. Hey, color. 3. Double dog. That's the way. Deuce. 15. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Safety's creeping. Alert 3.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
You're out. Whip. Watch the whip. Shift.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On 1st down, they stick with Bush. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. on second down. It's Bush. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Trying
to punch it across with Bush. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Proteins fill. 15 lining, 15 lining.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jim. Check 50, check 50. He's coming. We got double up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yellow. 180. We got this. Undercrunch. Sponge. Hey, Sunday. Check. Watch twist.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Easy. Mike 20.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brings up 4th down.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On the double. Mike's 50. Oh, yeah. Coming. Check right. Check. Check, boys. Got it.
They'll run on 1st down. Bush. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score of Browns 7, Chiefs nothing.
Set. Sturdy pace. Let's go. Yeah, I got you.
2nd and 4. Campbell making the catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Bush. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Bush. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
43. Say.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's their first sack in this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 3. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Big gas. Switch. Kill. 15.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And that will be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. This is Bush. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Watch the screen. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Under 10, you're out. 10.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
3-2, fellas, let's go. Safety creep. Check.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's James. Nifty move. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Slam. Kill. Ready.
A give. This is Bush. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Bush on 3rd down. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
50, 3, 2, 18, chopper, chopper. Hey, it's on out. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch. Gone. Switch. Check 52. Check 26. Check 26. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They give to Bush going right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Check. Hard. Shit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On the run, it's Bush. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 13. Check 15.
Yellow.
There we go, Mike 20. Watch the outside. Mike 20. We want this. Shit. Out.
Mahomes going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check three. Squeeze, get in there. Let's go.
They'll go again with Bush. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Set. 30 pace. Let's go. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Switch. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, what happened?
On 1st down, it's Bush. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Catch made here by Campbell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Watch the whip.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Exit. Mike's 50. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Tight into the rope, boy. Tight into the rope. Move. Hey, we got 4. Go out. 4 down. Echo. Show it up. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shoot. You go tight. You got team. You got tight right there. Hey, alert 3. Check safe. Come on. No. Off.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check nickel. Check 3. 49. Check 49. Check 9. I got motion.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Yellow. Mike 20. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Jam. Check 50.
Hey, Sunday.
Double up. Alpha. Undercrunch. There we go, Mike 20. Let's go, D.
Hey, Ripley.
Mike 20. Hey, come on out here. Come get it.
From the 39, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
I don't need to.
What?
Yellow.
Watch twins. Check. Check 24. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
SOS.
Yellow.
SOS. Tighten up. Check.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Safe. Joker. Check 3. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Big Ed.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Kill.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Check it out, read. 33.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Check 31. Check 31.
Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. Bush. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
58 for Mike, 58.
2nd and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd down, it's James. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Watch the safety creep. You're out. Check.
Here's Bush on 4th down. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Jack. Shoot. Hey, 43. Watch the twist. Watch that. Wow. Move. 20. Mike, 20.
Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
15. Check 13. Shit. Hey, 23. Out.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Mike 58, right there. Here we go.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. James has got it. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Bush. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Safety's creeping. Alert 3. Switch it.
On 3rd down, it's Bush. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Yellow.
Hey, alert three. Check safety.
Yellow.
No. Off. Check nickel.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.